Fine Valley Farm family, welcome back to another episode of The Farm. If you're new here, you are most welcome. Please consider subscribing if you haven't already, and also turn your notification bells on not to miss out on any episodes of The Farm. And of course, to all our returning subscribers, thank you so much. Really appreciate you all. Thank you for loving Value Farm. Thank you so much for, recommending these videos to your friends and family. We really appreciate you all. And of course, those ones who are really watching us from the diaspora, guys, special shout outs to you, because it's really amazing when we receive so many phone calls from you, messages from you. When you're also learning something, when you want to come back home and implement what you have learned from here, how you've been inspired from the channel to come and do something when you come back to your home countries. Anyways, we are back at the farm. It's a beautiful day. As you can see, the sun is out. It is just 8 a.m. in the morning, but the sun is hot. For those who are new to this channel, we are a free range goat farm. Okay, it's a mixed farm, but we have our goats on free range, and this video we are going to be talking about goats. As you can definitely see, we are right here at our goat structure or our goat section, whereby we have a few goats that are on this other side of the farm, but we also have goats on the other side of the farm. So I wanted to really bring you guys along with us, because why not? Your wish is our command. You guys have been requesting for more videos about goat farming and how you can be able to start and how you can definitely do goats on a smaller scale. We have so many beginner farmers right here, and most of you really want to start, but you don't know how to do it. It is good to start small, but think big. As long as you start with baby steps, small steps, you're going to prosper. You're going to learn from your mistakes. You're going to even get more knowledge before you stock more animals, and you can be able to expand to commercial basis. So what do I mean? You can raise goats on a small scale, and you can definitely also make profits out of it. Yes, so that's what we are going to be discussing about, and we shall be sharing with you guys more updates on goats and what is actually happening, because we have routines that we always follow every time. As you can definitely see behind me, my colleagues are already cleaning the compound, the exercising yard, the house is being cleaned and all that. And I wanted to take you in there so that you can see the actual chores or the routine that we are actually doing today, this morning. Then also educate you more on how you can be able to start small, but you can make more profits from your simple goat farm business. Guys, let's go in there so that we can see what's actually happening, so that we can learn more. Guys, let's go. Well guys, we are right here. We are in our goat section. Most of you are very familiar with what you see. This is our raised goat house. So cleaning is being done, as you can see. And why we usually do this, we have to make sure that at least our goats are healthy, because if you leave this under the building, I'm really interrupting their routine, but I want to share this with you as well, and also share with you guys the routine so that you can learn and also get some motivation to do the same in your farms. But anyways, we are cleaning under our goat house to make sure that at least the wastes is not going to affect our goats. The ammonia, because the goats also urinate and the urine comes underground. So this ammonia, if you leave it stagnant, it can affect the goats up in the house. Because remember, this is a raised goat house, the goats are upstairs, so when they inhale that ammonia, it really affects them so much. Yesterday, we did not sweep here because we had other chores that we were doing. We were doing more of planting, so the wastes are really quite a lot. So that's why I was really asking them what really happened. Yesterday I wasn't here, but of course the reason was really valid, that they had to go to the garden to plant for the goats, because we made it a point that the goats have to have enough feeds, enough grasses. So at least we spare at least a day or two for everybody to go to the garden to make sure that we do the planting, so that at least we catch up with the season as well. So the cleaning is being done. As you can see, the wastes here we are taking to our garden. Of course, these are the wastes from the goats that we are going to use as our fertilizer or manure. So this is going to help us so much that we are going to improve on the soil, fertility, and also our plants to really grow very well. So at least we are utilizing everything from the farm. That is the beauty of being a farmer out there, because you always utilize whatever is within the farm. When you start like this, you're going to realize that you can actually utilize everything that you have at the farm, because you have the goats, but still the goats will give you the manure. The manure is going to help you with your garden work. And of course, if you're a person who is into maybe animals and also crops, that is even going to be more beneficial. Or even if you have only animals, you can also sell this, because this is very valuable. There are people who always call us and they want the manure from the farm, and we have given them for free. We have not really sold for money, but we have also helped our neighbors, people who are also doing farming around the village, to come and get manure for free, because it is a lot, because the animals are quite many. So we can definitely also share with so many people out there. You can definitely see the manure that is being removed from here. It is quite a lot, and most of you have been asking, why did you have to even put like these concrete poles right here? Because most of you have been very critical with the housing of these goats. So what you have to know is we put these concrete poles right here to make it more firm. And also remember, this is wood. This wood can rot anytime, but when at least this concrete pole is right here, it's going to help it to be much stronger. And of course, the foundation of the building, because this is a heavy house, this is a heavy building, as you can see, it's going to protect it, and it's going to last for a longer period of time. So anyway, that was just by the way. We are talking about how you can raise goats in a small scale, or you can raise goats in a small piece of land. That is what we are going to be discussing today. Well guys, most of you have been asking us about how many goats can you rear. I have 1 acre, I have 2 acres, I have 3 acres of land. How can I utilize them? Because I need to start off these projects right here. I need to start off a goat farm business, because I've seen you guys started from small, but I've seen you expand. Yes, you can raise goats in a small piece of land, and you can definitely utilize your piece of land so that you can even get more profits. And how many goats can you rear like in 1 acre? You can definitely raise 50 goats per acre. So imagine if you have 1 acre of land, you can utilize it. And how are you going to utilize your 1 acre of land? You can definitely do them on zero grazing. Zero grazing is also one of the options that you can use to raise these goats, but you can also leave them to free range as well. But in 1 acre of land, I would really advise you to at least build a structure, a simpler structure. It may not be as big as you can see this one on the background, but something that you can definitely have a section for your feeding equipment, for your water sections. Then you also have an exercising yard whereby you can release them sometimes to also, you know, exercise, get some movement as well. But also with the exercising yard, make sure that the whole area is fenced off. Fencing is very key when you're starting off your farm business, or when you're starting a goat farm business. Make sure that at least the paddock is fenced. You can see how it is here. We fenced off our smaller section, which is a demonstration of simply 1 acre of land. So you can fence off your paddock. As you can see, all of it, the whole housing is fenced off for security purposes, because you don't want anyone to access easily to your goat house or to your goats, or even from predators. Make sure that security is also key in your small or simple farm project. Make sure at least you have cameras, you have at least security lights, you have at least monitoring equipment to make sure that the goats are safe. Even raising the goats, the building like this helps so much, because if predators like dogs, maybe snakes, cannot be able to reach up there, then also the people that you're going to employ to work in these houses or to work in your projects, make sure that they have the knowledge of how to take care of these animals as well, because manpower is very crucial when you're going to start a simple goat farm business. Make sure that at least 1 or 2 people are there all time or full time, so that they can be able to monitor, they can be able to manage, they can be able to maintain the cleanliness, they're able to notice or maybe monitor the health of these animals. Because if you don't have a full-time vet at your farm, you can definitely use the people that are on ground to make sure that they report such cases if the animal is not feeling well. So manpower is also very crucial when you're starting a simple goat farm. When you're starting a simple farm business, the equipment. Which equipment do you need for you to have your animals in a small scale? The water tank. So you have the drinking troughs, you have the feeding troughs. We've demonstrated here some of our drinking troughs that we have here. Many farmers have their own versions of how they can be able to keep animals, to keep water for their animals. But you can simply have something like, we call them drums here. They're like tanks, but we cut them into 2 pieces, and you can put a stand for them. I'll definitely share with you so that the animals can be able to feed from. So make sure that the drinkers have clean water all the time. You have a reliable water source, or maybe a borehole, and also a water tank. Then also utilize your housing in case you can be able to utilize maybe rainwater during rainy seasons. You can definitely gather or collect water using the water gutters from your house or from the goats' houses, like this one here. This one we don't have the water gutters on this other part of the house, but we have the water reliable. But you can also invest in water gutters so that you can collect water for your animals. It's really very good, and that water is very healthy for the animals because it's clean water as well. Then you have to make sure that in the exercising yard, when you bring your animals, like in that exercising yard like this one right here, you can definitely put stands of the feeders. I'll definitely share with you so that you can see that you can bring your shrub, you can bring your grasses, put for the goats so that they can feed easily, because that is also going to save you lots of money, especially if you're doing zero grazing. So if you're doing zero grazing, make sure that at least you have different points of different feeding points for your animals so that they can feed properly. These are some of our feeding troughs, as you can definitely see here. So we put here all our grasses, the ones we've planted, like the super napier, the sunham. We can put here the lab. These are feeding points, the shrub that we get from the bushes that we can get to our animals. That is very, very important. So anyways, let's go check our goats because it's still morning. We had not yet entered to see the cleanness of the house. Guys, let's go. Guys, we are right here. These goats here have already finished feeding. Look at them. Most of them are actually resting, as you can see. These are mothers and their kids, looking so amazing. You can definitely see them right there. Let me first look here before they get out. So these are some of our mothers. So this is like more of the female section. These are all females, as you can definitely see. A beautiful savanna right here. We have the boas, we have the kids section on the other side because we have newly born kids. Yeah, so they've already finished feeding. That's why they're resting a bit. And of course, cleaning is being done, as you can definitely see. We came from outside and they were cleaning, making sure at least the housing is very clean. So when these goats go outside, we shall definitely come back and re-clean this house because we take cleanness serious at the farm. So that is it really. Then we also have the other section. I know you may not be able to see it, but the other one are the high crosses. They're also resting. These ones, I'm just disturbing them. That's why you see that they've woken up. And when it's actually time for them to get out, you will see them starting to make noise and they want to get outside. So in case you have questions, please feel free, ask, leave your comments down below so that we can definitely get to answer all these questions. And also about the building, as you can see, the flooring has some spaces, and the spaces right here let the wastes go down or fall down. You can definitely see the waste that we have underground. It is quite a lot. Imagine if those wastes were just on top or with these goats right here, how it would look like, how it would really look so messy. But still, there are some waste that remain on top, as you can see, the ones that have not really fallen down. These ones we are coming to sweep them. Makes work easy for the people who are taking care of these goats because at least the wastes are going down. They're not affecting our animals. They are safe, they're healthy. That is the beauty about it. And of course, with the aeration of this building here, I wanted also to address about that because when you come here, guys, you can see the roof. We have our iron sheets, the transparent iron sheets. It's for the light into the house. Then of course the wire mesh, as you can see around the house, is for better aeration. Make sure that at least the goats have enough space, enough room for them to sleep, to, you know, move around also. You don't have to squeeze them because you've constructed a smaller house and maybe your numbers have grown. If your house is smaller, get a bigger one at least. Improvise as well. So that is very important as well. So we have different sections. We have for the females, we have for the males, we have for the kids. We have a section for feeding as well. So design your houses very well. That is going to be more convenient for your goats. Well guys, I'm with these gents right here. Hello, Meat Master. You know, these are Meat Masters. I don't know why Meat Masters are really very shy. I realize most of them are really shy, but for the doppers, they're not. Is there a reason for that? You see, they're always running away. So this is the male section, guys. You can see we have our doppers, we have our Meat Masters, then we also have our high crosses. The crosses and also the local ones are also still here that we are definitely selling off for beef. So in case you're interested in the offsprings of these gentlemen right here, we have them at the farm. So make your bookings so that you can come and get at least quality from Uganda that have been bred in Uganda, because most of you fear to import goats from South Africa because you feel like, oh my God, I'm putting so much money into these animals right here. What if it dies? What if it doesn't survive? Guys, we have animals right here. So make sure that at least in your farm, if you're going to start with the right genetics, start with the right breeds. Make sure that the breeds that you're starting with are really genuine, are going to benefit you in the long run, and you're going to also multiply faster, because everyone wants to multiply faster. You don't want to breed an animal that is going to take 2 years to maturity. Make sure that at least you get something by 7-8 months. It's ready. It's ready to at least reproduce, to get you something better for your farm as well. That's why we are all into these projects right here. So anyways, for us to start a small or simple goat farm business in a small scale, make sure you also have at least some minerals for your animals. Minerals are very important, and also supplements are very important for your animals. At least get some mineral blocks so that you can be able to put in each section of the goat house, or maybe around your goat farm, so that the animals can definitely lick and also help boost their immunity as well. So you can have the mineral blocks, or you can also get them the salt. We have goat salt that you can definitely also give them, so that it can also help them with their consumption. It helps with their health and also water consumption. Whenever they lick these salts, whenever they lick these minerals, it gives them the urge to drink more, which is really very good for them as well. So make sure you don't miss out on that, because this is very important, especially for all the new beginner farmers. But leave your questions, because we want to hear from you as well. Anyways, if you haven't checked our social media platform, please go to Instagram. It is Value Farm UG, Facebook Value Farm, TikTok Value Farm. Go see behind the scenes, go and learn something, go and get some inspiration as well, so that you can be able to implement at your farms. But please don't forget to subscribe, like, and tell a friend to tell a friend. Till next time, bye.